this little set. I don't want to pronounce the name because I'm going to butcher it, but I'll link it down below. It's in collaboration with Moda, and I love wearing this. It just makes me feel kind of put together around the house, you know? I have these old socks from Woman. I don't know if you guys remember this. If you guys are new here, it was my old clothing brand that I did with my best friend Whaley and my sister. We closed it during the pandemic, but these are Woman socks and I still wear them all the time. They're so cute. So I did a little Q&A on Instagram and I wasn't able to get through all the questions. So I thought I'd answer a few here. You guys can still check out those questions because I left it in my highlights. Something you've learned about yourself in the past year. That it's never too late to explore new interests. I've always been the type of person to get really excited about trying something new, whether it's an idea or a new project. I'll tend to build whatever that new thing is in my head and like kind of hype myself up to do it. But then I'll either talk myself out of it or I'll just procrastinate on getting started. For example, getting into short form content, that's something I've been really wanting to do, specifically more styling, fashion content, but somehow I would always talk myself out of it. It just comes down to being fearful and having a lot of doubts. But towards the end of last year, I finally just went for it. And now looking back, I'm so glad I did because I feel like in this career, when you're constantly sharing your life, it's easy to feel like things get redundant. I realized I kind of just exhausted myself and I don't know, I did find myself in a little creative rut. So diving into something new and just being really excited about it and being able to share it with you guys and it be received well has just been a really great feeling. So hopefully this gives you a little nudge to try something new. Don't be afraid to get curious and just explore different things because you'll never know what might spark that next wave of inspiration for you too. On that note, cheers to that. What keeps you motivated to show up day in and day out? Honestly, I'd say it's about discipline because I'm not always motivated. And this is something that me and my partner have been talking about recently, just having good discipline and how that will get you so far in life because motivation comes and goes. But discipline, that's what actually gets things done. And I like to think that I've developed strong discipline over time through repetition. Let's take working out, for example. There are definitely times where I feel super motivated, excited to hit the gym. But even when that motivation fades, it's the discipline that keeps me going. It's not about whether I feel like going or not. It's ingrained in my routine, just like brushing my teeth or making my bed or making my morning coffee. Honestly, that's the key to staying consistent with anything. You can't really rely on motivation alone because motivation is always going to fluctuate. But if you build discipline, showing up just becomes automatic. It's like clockwork. And that's really when the progress happens. So when it comes to building strong discipline, for me, I kind of compartmentalize it in two parts. I think the first bit is repetition, just doing something over and over again until it becomes second nature. And the other part to discipline is just not giving yourself any other option. When I think of someone who is very disciplined, I think of someone like David Goggins. If he says, I'm gonna run 20 miles at 4 a.m. tomorrow, he's gonna run 20 miles at 4 a.m. tomorrow. Like there's no internal debate. There's no, should I just skip it today? Should I just do it at 7 a.m. instead? No, he's just gonna do it. And I have so much respect for that. One way of looking at discipline that really shifted things for me, just think about a relationship you cherish the most. If you made a promise to them to show up on a specific day, would you break it? Probably not. So in that same breath, why wouldn't you have that same kind of respect for yourself, if not more, you know? The promises that you make to yourself should be the most important, in my opinion. And I wasn't always this way. Like I used to break my own promises all of the time. And it really wasn't until I went into therapy and really started to do that internal work on myself and confront all of the issues that I had with myself. I think now is a perfect time to introduce today's sponsor. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. You guys know I talk about therapy all the time, and all of this stuff that I'm talking about, self-respect and just confronting my own issues, I don't think I would have come to this place of feeling healed and in tune of who I am if it wasn't for therapy. We're in a brand new year, and I know there's all this pressure to have everything figured out, and if you don't, you feel like you're behind. But something I've learned in therapy is that progress isn't about meeting some external timeline. It's about creating one that actually makes sense for you. Personal growth isn't about just flipping a switch overnight. It's about taking small, meaningful steps that actually align with who you are. With BetterHelp, you can connect with a licensed therapist from anywhere because it's fully online, which makes it very convenient. To get started, you just fill out a quick questionnaire and you'll get matched with a therapist within a couple of days. Plus, it's completely free and easy to switch therapists if you're not vibing with your current match. Start fresh any day of the year with BetterHelp. Click the link in my description or head to betterhelp.com/Sophia to get 10% off your first month of therapy.
Okay. You're almost done.
Right now I'm taking petroleum and hydrocortisone cream, mixing it and applying it with my DIY spatula, aka a plastic knife. This is literally what I have to do when Sean's not here. Thank God I have this jumpsuit. It's from Nike. If I didn't have this, I basically would have to be topless and kind of just hold my shirt up, especially when I'm alone. Sean will usually come over on Friday, so I have them over the weekend, but during the weekday, I just have to make do, and ideally, it would be good to cover it with gauze. Yeah, that's not happening, so that is what the post-recovery process is kind of like. I just have to keep it hydrated so that it recovers nicely, and I don't have a lot of time. I need this bad boy to recover so that I can get some mileage in this week, because we have our LA marathon preview, part 1, that starts on Saturday, and I think we're doing 18 miles, and I will never, ever schedule this during a training block ever again, but I really didn't know. I got this on Sunday, so today is Tuesday, and I hope by tomorrow it starts to scab and feel itchy, because that is a good sign of it's healing. I'm gonna try to put in maybe a couple miles tomorrow, and then maybe do a 10-miler on Thursday, and maybe a short, easy 3 miles on Friday, even though typically Fridays are my rest day, but I really just haven't put in any miles this week, and I'm worried, so It is a very gloomy day. The last thing I want to do is go outside and run. Hello? Hey, I'm about to leave soon. Okay, bye. This is what I'm wearing. Decided to go for this crop shop boutique top because it's basically backless. It's a halter top. I think this will be fine. And I'm gonna wear this loose long sleeves from Satisfy. And this kind of is very airy, so when I run, my back will get a lot of air. By the way, this is not ideal. If you are getting your tattoo removed, don't do any high intensity or running type of workout. I just have no choice, and this is just the risk I'm willing to take because I really feel very behind right now. So luckily the rain isn't as bad, so damn, I should have probably, oh God. Make it work. You see how flowy this is? So when I run, it catches a lot of air. I love these Satisfy tees. This is the Oralite, that kind of dry fit material that just feels really good on the skin. And I can wear this really in all seasons. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a little tuck. This little hat is from Athleta, and I love it because it has a little drawstring situation. Okay, let's go. Trying out new shoes.
Excited. If you want to get motivated to run, just buy some new shoes.
Oh, I'm
Very
so
cold.
cold. This sucks so bad. It's okay. It could be worse. Split was 8:48. Not mad about it. Nice job, babe. This ice cream is my absolute favorite. Coconutty with strawberry glaze. I love it. I really wish someone can just invent a microphone that just stays on your camera, but that sounds like this, because this ain't the vibe, but the quality is the vibe. Ignore my complaining. I'm on my period right now, and hormones are a little everywhere, not gonna lie.
It's a big girl now. Just chilling. She loves it.
I am super thrilled to be finally doing a review on on my Shoulder Margaux 12. I've had her for a little over a month. I acquired this bag directly from the Row's website, and if you've ever tried to purchase a Margaux online, you know it's a bit of a game, but they do release them on different times, on different days. If you do see one, just know that you kind of have to act quickly because they will sell out and they will come back in stock, but it's just very random. So just a little heads up on that. I was lucky enough to snag this one, and this was my top choice. This is in nubuck leather in the color mocha. Now, mocha is also available in their suede leather. However, the nubuck one is deeper, richer, and darker compared to the mocha suede. And while suede and nubuck are also kind of similar leathers, they do have their differences, which I will go over today. But first, I do want to give a few details on this bag. So the Shoulder Margaux has tonal stitching, super beautiful, rolled handles, so it's very comfortable to handhold as well as over the shoulder. All of the Margaux have this belted side panel, which is adjustable, but you could also just leave it undone. And that is how I typically keep mine because it's easier to open the bag. The measurements on the Shoulder Margaux, 14.25 by 8 by 6 inches. The regular Margaux 12 with the shorter handles, the base of that is going to be 12 inches, which is why it's called the Margaux 12. So I initially assumed that the width of this would also be 12, but it is not. It is 14.25. So it's actually closer to the width of a Margaux 15. So that's just something to keep in mind. The interior is lined with smooth lambskin leather. There's 2 interior card slots on one side and also 1 interior zip pocket, which is great for securing smaller items. There's also a toggle closure. I don't tend to use it because it tugs on the bag, but it's there if you want to semi-close the bag. Now, my thoughts on the Row's nubuck leather. I really love it. In comparison to the suede, I would say it's a bit more luxurious. Even though I don't own any Margaux with the suede leather, I did have the Margaux 17 in mocha suede, but I returned it and ended up getting the saddle in black, but I have felt it and seen it in person, so I feel like I can compare the two leathers. I also have the Row's bindle bag, and this is in mocha suede, I believe. Off the top, if you're comparing nubuck and suede, you can definitely tell the difference in the texture. Nubuck has a shorter, finer nap, which gives it a more smoother, kind of refined look, whereas the suede has a longer, more pronounced nap, so it looks a bit more feathery and textured. Honestly, both leathers are great. This bindle bag I've had for over 4 years, and the bindle does not have any feet, and as you can see, it's still in really great condition. So it's a true testament to their suede leather. At the end of the day, I feel like nubuck does fall in that suede leather category. So it obviously requires some care. When comparing the two, the nubuck definitely does feel more luxurious and higher quality, which is why it's also reflected on the price. Final thoughts. I absolutely love this bag. It fits a ton without feeling too bulky. I can handhold her, wear her at the crook of my arm, over my shoulders, even over, chunkier knits or my thickest coats. It goes over my shoulder very easily. It's a pricey bag, yes, but worth every penny, in my opinion. The Margaux are really a timeless piece. I don't see them going out of style. I love that it's more low-key, it's not branded, and that's what I really love about the Row in general. They're also made incredibly well, so they're going to last you for years and years to come. If you're considering a Shoulder Margaux, it's not going to give you that slouchy look, so if that's what you're going for, I would recommend going with the Margaux 15 or 17. If you are wanting to add a Margaux to your collection, maybe it's your first one, I think you're really going to enjoy the Shoulder Margaux because it's just a really functional bag. I guess in conclusion, each Margaux in my collection serves a different purpose, but I will say if I were to go on a trip and I could only bring one, I would bring this one because it's going to be the most comfortable to use. If you are interested in a Shoulder Margaux, there are some resale sites that carry them, but keep your eye on the website. Hope this was helpful. If I missed anything, feel free to leave any questions down below. And if there's also another item in my wardrobe that you've seen that you want me to review, let me know as well. I think that's it for me on the Shoulder Margaux. Okay, bye. We are doing a morning walk with the puppers.
Mile 1, 25-minute pace.